Hey everyone! Today we are going to talk about music royalties. So, what are royalties in music? Well, it's always good to start with a definition. A sum of money that is paid to somebody who has written a book, piece of music, etc. each time that it is sold or performed. In music, in practical terms, what does this actually mean for songwriters and composers? In the UK, we have two organisations that help the songwriters and composers and the rights holders, usually the record label, actually receive money from their performances. The PRS on the left-hand side stands for Performing Rights Society, and it was founded in 1914 by a group of music publishers. On the right-hand side, we have the Phonographic Performance Limited, PPL, founded in 1934 by Decca and EMI. And these are what are effectively known as collective management organisations. The PRS, let's look at this as a first example. They deal with the live performance of the music or the song in general when it's being performed in public, and this includes cover versions. And if you hear that live performance on the radio or TV, there is a music royalty that is generated. And it doesn't need to be live in the sense that it would be on stage, it's simply that the recording itself would be broadcast on those particular platforms such as radio and TV. PPL deal with the broadcast of their original sound recording. So when you hear the actual audio file being performed on the likes of radio or TV, royalty is also generated. But where does the money actually come from? Well, bars, restaurants, shops, radio stations, TV networks and streaming services tend to pay what we call a blanket licence fee to those organisations that we've looked at there, PRS and PPL, to put into a pot of money essentially, and they redistribute and disseminate that money to the songwriters and composers and the rights holders that they represent, just to make it a bit easier and so that those songwriters and composers or the rights holders of the recording don't have to chase up every single TV network or station for the performance of that particular song. So what happens if you're both the songwriter and the rights holder, as in you own the sound recording? Well, there's potential for two main royalty streams, which is happy days really. How do songwriters and rights holders of the recording actually get paid though? Well, here's a really quick example for independent artists or DIY self-releasing artists. First of all, you have to write and record some original songs. Then, create accounts online with PPL and PRS for music. It's a bit like logging into a Facebook account where you can see all the songs you've recorded and what date you recorded them. You register each of those recordings with each organisation online, and payments for those every time that they are played online or on a radio station or on TV come to you quarterly, so that's 4 times a year. So the next time you hear some music on TV or radio, you know that the songwriters and the rights holders of the recording will simultaneously be making money from that piece of music. Pretty cool, right?